Good morning, friends. Our story this week is called Mediopollito, Half Chicken. Our target skill is cause and effect. Now, the cause is what happens, and the effect is why it happens. So, an example of this is if you're running really fast and then you win the race. So, you won the race because you're running really fast. So, that's the cause and effect. Some of the words that will help us to find the cause and effect in this story are words like because, so, and since. That doesn't mean that every time we see these words, we'll find a cause and effect, but they're a good measure of how to find cause and effect in this story. So, and the story is a folk tale. So, you're going to see animal characters who talk and act like people, and it has a simple plot that teaches a lesson. So, Half Chicken by Alma Flor Ada, and it's illustrated by Kim Howard. All right, let's begin. It says, have you ever seen a weather vane? Do you know why there's a little rooster on one end spinning around to let us know which way the wind is blowing? Well, I'll tell you. It's an old, old story that my grandmother once told me, and before that, her grandmother told it to her. It goes like this. So here's our first picture. Why do you think our first picture would be a weather vane? Why do you think they chose this illustration? Yeah, the story explains why the weather vanes look like roosters, so it's going to help us, right? Put a picture in our mind. A long, long time ago, on a Mexican ranch, a mother hen was sitting on her eggs. One by one, the baby chicks began to hatch, leaving their empty shells behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 chicks have hatched. But the last egg still had not cracked open. The hen did not know what to do. The chicks were running here and there, and she could not chase after them because she was still sitting on the last egg. Why couldn't she get up and take care of her 12 chicks? Yeah, she's still sitting on the 13th egg. What does this show about her? That she's a caring mom. Yeah, absolutely. Here they are running amok, right? She's still got to sit on this last egg. Finally, there was a tiny sound. The baby chick was pecking at its egg from the inside. The hen quickly helped it break open the shell, and at last the 13th chick came out in the world. Yet, this was no ordinary chick. He had only one wing, only one leg, only one eye, and only half as many feathers as the other chicks. It was not long before everyone at the ranch knew that a very special chick had been born. So, what was surprising about this 13th chick? Yeah, he's different, right? How is he different? He only has one leg, one eye, half of his feathers. That's definitely a different type of chick, right? The ducks told the turkeys told the pigeons told the swallows, and the swallows flew over the fields, spreading the news to the cows grazing peacefully with their calves, the fierce bulls, and the swift horses. So it's big news, right? That there's this little chick that looks so different from everybody else. Soon the hen was surrounded by animals who wanted to see the strange chick. One of the ducks said, "But he only has one wing." And one of the turkeys added, "Why is he only a half chicken?" From then on, everyone called him Half Chicken. And Half Chicken, finding himself at the center of all this attention, became very vain. So that means that he was very conceited, right? Everybody was talking about him, right? He was the center of attention. One day, he overheard the swallows who traveled a great deal talking about him. Not even at the court of the viceroy in Mexico City is there anyone so unique. Then Half Chicken decided that it was time for him to leave the ranch. Early one morning, he said his farewells, announcing, "Goodbye, goodbye. I'm off to Mexico City. to see the court of the viceroy, and hip, hop, off he went, hippity-hopping along on his one foot. So he thinks he's so special that he needs to go to Mexico City. What can go wrong with a half chicken going to Mexico City? I don't know. Let's find out. Half Chicken had not walked very far when he found a stream, whose waters were blocked by some branches. "Good morning, Half Chicken. Would you please move the branches that are blocking my way?" asked the stream. Half Chicken moved the branches aside, but when the stream suggested that he stay a while and take a swim, he answered, "I have no time to lose. I'm off to Mexico City to see the court of the viceroy." And hip, hop, off he went, hippity-hopping along on his only foot. So I like the way they talk about the setting, right? They found a small stream and it's blocked by branches. So that's something that you can visualize. A little while later, Half Chicken found a small fire burning between some rocks. The fire was almost out. "Good morning, Half Chicken. Please fan me a little with your wing, for I am about to go out," asked the fire. Half Chicken fanned the fire with his wing, and it blazed up again. But when the fire suggested that he stay a while and warm up, he answered, "I have no time to lose. I'm off to Mexico City to see the court of the viceroy." And hip, hop, off he went, hippity-hopping along on his only foot. So there's not a lot of fire because they said it was almost going out. So you can visualize that. That's why he had to fan him, right? After he had walked a little farther, Half Chicken found the wing tangled in some bushes. "Good morning, Half Chicken. Would you please untangle me so that I can only go on my way?" asked the wind. Half Chicken untangled the branches, but when the wind suggested that he stay and play, and offered to help him fly here and there like a dry leaf, he answered, "I have no time to lose. I'm off to Mexico City to see the court of the viceroy." And hip, hop, off he went, hippity-hopping along on his only foot. At last he reached Mexico City. So that's him with the wind. Half Chicken crossed the enormous great plaza. He passed the stalls laden with meat, fish, vegetables, fruit, cheese, and honey. He passed the parian, the market where all kinds of beautiful goods were sold. Finally, he reached the gate of the viceroy's palace. He didn't even stop for all these goodies. Look at that. Pineapples, papaya, there's fish. I think that's watermelon over here. "Good afternoon," said Half Chicken to the guards in fancy uniforms who stood in front of the palace. "I've come to see the viceroy." One of the guards began to laugh. The other one said, "You'd better go in around the back and through the kitchen." So Half Chicken went hip, hop, around the palace and to the kitchen door. What do you think about these guards? Yeah, they're tricking him. How do we know that? They sent him to the kitchen. Who's in the kitchen? Yeah, the chef. Who might make him into what? What kind of things can we make with chicken? Says the cook who saw him said, "What luck! The chicken is just what I need to make a soup for the viceroy." And he threw Half Chicken into a kettle of water that was sitting on the fire. When Half Chicken felt how hot the water was, he said, "Oh, fire, help me! Please don't burn me." What do you think? Is fire gonna listen? Maybe, right? He helped him. Let's see what happens. The fire answered, "You helped me when I needed help. Now it's my turn to help you. Ask the water to jump on me and put me out." Then Half Chicken asked the water, "Oh, water, help me. Please jump on the fire and put him out so he won't burn me." And the water answered, "Yep, you helped me when I needed help. Now it's my turn to help you." And he jumped on the fire and put him out. When the cook returned, he saw that the water had spilled and the fire was out. "This chicken has been more trouble than he's worth," exclaimed the cook. "Besides, one of the ladies in waiting just told me that the viceroy doesn't want any soup." She wants to eat nothing but salad. And he picked HalfChicken up by his only leg and flung him out the window. What? Why do you think he flung him out? Yeah, he was too much trouble, right? There was water everywhere. When HalfChicken was tumbling through the air, he called out, "Oh, wind, help me, please." And the wind answered, "You're right. You helped me when I needed help. Now it's my turn to help you." And the wind blew fiercely. He lifted HalfChicken higher and higher until the little rooster landed on one of the towers of the palace. From there, you can see everything you want, HalfChicken, with no danger of ending up in a cooking pot. And from that day on, weathercocks have stood on their only legs, seeing everything that happens below, and pointing whichever way their friend, the wind, blows. So, what event causes HalfChicken to become a weather vane? Yeah, the wind blows him to the top of the tower, right? How are roosters and weather vanes like HalfChicken? Yeah, they have one wing and one leg, right? So why does it look like that? Why do you think a weather vane has only one wing and one leg? You're right, it's flat. Because it's flat, it helps catch the wind. And it only shows every single time it turns around, it only shows you one leg and one wing. Yeah, you're right. That was a pretty cute story, right? So I want you to find 3 causes and 3 effects in the story. An example of this is when the cook threw Mediopollito out, right? So what happened? The cook threw Mediopollito out. What was the effect? Why did he throw him out? Because he's too much trouble, right? He caused a water mess. You could even say that the viscering decided that she no longer wanted soup. She wanted salad instead. So we're going to find 3 things that happened and then why they happened. All right? All right. See you soon. Have fun.